The U.S. inflation slowdown obviously playing a role here too?
Yeah, it is a lot of forces that are now bullish for oil. You remember the Saudis and OPEC doing that surprise cutback in output, had warned those that were short on oil to be careful. That laid the groundwork perhaps, but now you have the stimulus from China, the fact the Fed may go on pause, and you had a big pullback in prices on Monday here in the U.S. The rebound on Tuesday was dramatic. West Texas Intermediate up as much as almost 4% intraday. Brent crude also saw a roughly 4% intraday bounce back. And again, that has put a strong bid under oil. Even in Asia trading, we've seen a slight pullback. We're still seeing West Texas Intermediate above $69 a barrel. Now, these stimulus moves are a big part of the bullish sentiment. China surprised economists Tuesday by cutting short-term interest rates, and also Beijing is considering a broad package of stimulus measures. You layer on the fact that crude has really been weighed down this year by a lackluster recovery in China. So what we're now seeing is the world's largest oil importer making these stimulus efforts, and so the bet is on an increase in demand ahead. Saudi Arabia's pledge to further cut output in July failed to embolden traders last year, with key market gauges pointing to weakness and a bearish image. We again have seen the Saudis surprise in their last two meetings. There are some concerns that that really did not cause the big rally in oil that was anticipated, hence the pullback we saw Monday. But now with these China stimulus measures and the Fed possibly pausing, that's added enough of a push that those who were short oil have apparently covered, and many of the bullish bets are now being lengthened.
The U.S. is planning to buy 12 million barrels of oil to refill depleted reserves. We've been watching this refill plan. Does that tighten the market further?
Well, we have a lot of traders that have been closely monitoring what the Biden plan has been. Of course, it's been known that the reserves were depleted, and at some point the administration would have to buy. We're now hearing from people close to the matter that 12 million barrels will be purchased this year, and that it will be done in chunks. Sources tell Bloomberg that the first 2 million barrels are already scheduled for delivery in August, and an additional 3 million barrels will be added from a solicitation the Biden administration issued just Friday. White House not confirming this, but again, our sources say this appears to be the plan. An Energy Department spokesperson says they will continue to seek opportunities for additional repurchases as market conditions allow and the constraints of the SPR operations allow. Again, this is a 700 million barrel capacity reserve, and it's at a 40-year low following that historic 180 million barrel drawdown we saw last year right after Russia invaded Ukraine, and there was concern as oil prices soared above the $100 and $120 mark. Prices have come down dramatically since then, but an uptick as a result of this and the stimulus in China, and perhaps anticipation the Fed may pause, is now, again, the reigning dynamic in oil trading short term.